Hello everybody. Many of you have asked me to look at the astrology of Joan Rivers. So here she is, and she has a very fascinating chart illustrating, I feel, astrology to a T. So let's start out first with looking at, she's got her ascendant here in Aries. So Aries ascendant, lots of get up and go, easily bored, let's do new things, let's pioneer new trails, and that's certainly what she did. Now, importantly, we've got Sun in Gemini. She's born on June the 8th, 1933, 2 p.m. in Brooklyn Heights. And we've got a stellium of planets in Gemini, which is the talking sign. Here in the third house, all in Gemini, we've got the Sun, Mercury and Venus, all in Gemini, which needs to communicate, to talk, to share information. I mean, to me it looks as though she probably came out of the womb talking. She needed to discuss and talk things through. So we've got all this Gemini here, and at the same time, opposite the Sun, we've got this moon here in Sagittarius. And moon in Sagittarius at the top of the chart, this would indicate publishing books. She was the bestseller of 12 amazing books. She also wrote books, she wrote pieces for other people, comedy pieces, and the moon up at the top of the chart very often indicates a career in the public eye. Very often indicates the public seeing this person. Doesn't mean sometimes they like you, sometimes they don't, but a career, and with it being in Sagittarius, an international career. And Joan Rivers isn't certainly known internationally. The opposition of the Sun and the Moon here often indicates a dramatic life, and she certainly had that, a life full of drama and events in it. And added to all of this, which is very important, is we've got what's known in astrology as a T-square. So this is an opposition here, and two squares. And the apex of this T-square is this Jupiter and Mars, and she's got this stellium, 3 planets, all here in Virgo. So we've got the Gemini, the Sagittarius and the Virgo. This is a very mutable chart. This is somebody who needed a lot of variety, change, restlessness. 7 out of the 10 planets in mutable signs. So she was always on the go. She was always busy. This Mars and Jupiter together, and this all in this house of work in Virgo would indicate that she worked very, very hard. Mars is where you put your energy. Jupiter expands that energy. I think she had a tremendous amount of energy. She never really probably knew when to stop. She had some definite career goals with her midheaven up here in Capricorn. So her goal, she was clear that she wanted to achieve something out in the world, something serious, something long-lasting. Also with Saturn here in this 11th house, she did a lot for many charities. She felt this need to give back, and to give back in a way that was very practical to charities, and that she did do. And here we have this fearlessness. This Mars is the planet that people meet, this Mars in Virgo. So very critical, very quick-minded, and with that acerbic tongue of hers, but also the comedian, the comedy. This moon in Sagittarius is the natural comedian of the zodiac. This was something that was a natural gift that she had, which was this gift of being able to talk and to come up with these amazing jokes. Some people loved her, some people hated her, but she certainly made her presence known. Mars is ruler of the ascendant. Aries is ruled by Mars, and this Mars in Virgo is that how she wanted to be seen by people. So she had a tremendous amount of plastic surgery. And Virgo, she was always wanting to be seen by people in the best possible light. She presented herself in the best possible way that she could. And of course, with all this Gemini, which perfectly describes a chat show host, her signature line, her trademark was, "Can we talk?" What could describe somebody's chart more eloquently than these aspects? Another important thing to know here, there's obviously a huge amount one can discuss about someone's chart, but I'm taking the main points, if you like. So we've got Mercury and Venus here at what is known as the anaretic degree, 29 degrees of Gemini, the very last degree of Gemini. And in astrology, this 29th degree is extremely powerful. It means that you have worked on this many lifetimes. You have worked on this energy. So when it comes in at this last degree, it's almost like a last chance lifetime to do something special with this energy. And here she is with it in Gemini, and of course she certainly did do that. And this 29 degrees of Gemini is also known as the Aries point, and of course she was a tremendous innovator. She certainly paved the way for people like Roseanne Barr, for Ellen DeGeneres. She paved the way for these other people to follow. So she did break new ground, and with Uranus in the first house, she was different. She didn't mind standing out. She didn't mind. She didn't really care that much what other people thought of her. I mean, look at this. There's nothing in the water signs. No planets in water except one outer planet, Pluto, here in Cancer. Not like Robin Williams, who I did recently, who had a preponderance of water signs. No, Joan Rivers, a preponderance of air, which is the talking, the fire, which is let's get on with it, and the earth, let's make it real and let's do something practical and something that can be a lasting legacy. And so this is the dynamic of her chart. Now I'd like to take a look at the aspects at the time of death to see what astrology, what we can learn from the astrology. So at the time of death, we had transiting Sun here conjunct natal Neptune. Well, that can indicate Sun, the light, going off into another realm. Remember that this 6th house astrologically is the house of the physical body and physical health. And not only that, we had at the time of surgery transiting Neptune exactly opposite her Mars and Jupiter, exactly in opposition, which is not really brilliant for surgery. As well, we had transiting Saturn and Mars in this 8th house, this 8th house of transformation, life, death, going on to a different plane. And this Saturn also square to natal Saturn, which is not an easy aspect, and as well ruling her midheaven as well, which would have been her career. Another aspect, a tricky aspect, is Uranus here, with transiting Uranus in Aries, making a quincunx to her Mars. So quincunx, this aspect, 150-degree aspect between transiting Uranus and Mars. Mars surgery, Uranus quincunx, something unexpected, something that couldn't have been foreseen, that they didn't anticipate. And as well, this transiting Mars as well at the time of death was also quincunx, another quincunx to natal Uranus. So Mars-Uranus aspects here indicating something unexpected, and the Neptune aspects indicating something very puzzling, something anywhere Neptune is involved, especially in the 6th house of health, something very hard to diagnose, something very hard to understand, and there is even now an investigation because the medical profession can't really understand exactly what happened. So this would be very much this influence of the Neptune. So my heart and my prayers go to her daughter Melissa, to her family, her love friends, her loved ones at this time. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I think this is a very illustrative chart of astrology and how powerful astrology is and how much it can show the innate gifts and abilities and what can be done in a chart. So thank you for listening. Bye for now.